Welcome back to Social Studies class. Good morning, children. Let us watch an inspiring story about Missile Man of India.
Known as Missile Man of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's whole life journey is an inspiration for one and all. Dr. Abul Pakir Jainulabdin Abdul Kalam was born on 15th October 1931 at Rameshwaram in Tamil Nadu. His father Jainulabdin was a boat owner and his mother Ashiyama was a homemaker. He came from a financially poor background and used to distribute newspapers to support his family's income. He completed his schooling from Rameshwaram Elementary School. In 1954, he graduated in physics from St. Joseph's College in Tiruchirappalli. In 1955, he joined the Madras Institute of Technology and studied aerospace engineering. Dr. Kalam's dream was to become a fighter pilot, but he was ranked 9th while the IAF offered only 8 slots. He was a very simple person who owned a few possessions, including a simple coat, a lungi, his beloved veena, and a collection of books. He didn't even have a television. He was a kind-hearted man with no show or flamboyance. His love for children was always evident. As soon as the program got over, he would cross the barricades to interact freely with the children, speak at length with them, and motivate them to take up challenges. APJ Abdul Kalam's birthday, October 15, is celebrated as World Students' Day. Dr. Kalam emerged as a superb team leader and a technologist par excellence in his scientific career. From 1963 to 1980, his career was spent in space research with the founding of India's space program by Vikram Sarabhai under the Indian Committee for Space Research, which became ISRO. The successful launch of the Satellite Launch Vehicle SLV-3 was a high point of Kalam's space stint, which propelled India into a select band of countries with rocket launching capability. After this success, he was shifted to the Defense Research and Development Organization DRDO to head the missile project and was made the director of Defense Metallurgical Research Laboratory DMRL in Hyderabad in 1982. He kept his launch vehicle experience to full use by putting together teams of engineers to work on missile development. His effort gave birth to the Guided Missile Development Program, leading to the launch of surface-to-surface missile named Prithvi, surface-to-air missile named Trishul, surface-to-air missile named Akash, third-generation anti-tank missile named Nag. The launch of Prithvi missile on 25th February 1988 was a historical moment for our country. It was not only a surface-to-surface missile, but was a basic module for the coming future. The launch of Prithvi thundered our neighboring countries, and as a result, Western countries banned the supply of such useful material for missile program, but couldn't stop India. Under Kalam's guidance, the self-dependency of India in the innovation of missile disturbed all the nations. Yet again, he proved his team building and leadership qualities for technology projects. Later, Kalam played a pivotal role in the 1998 nuclear test known as Pokhran 2. This was surprising to many because he did not come from the nuclear science pedigree and his foray was rocket science in both the ISRO and DRDO. But he became instrumental as a technology manager because Pokhran 2 campaign was seen as a joint venture of DRDO, armed forces and the nuclear establishment. Building and leading technology terms was Kalam's real strength as a technologist and an engineer. This is what is needed for mission-oriented programs. His sincere endeavor for making India self-reliant in defense and space research earned him the title of Missile Man of India. The great personality was awarded the Padma Bhushan 1981, Padma Vibhushan 1990, and then proudly declared the Bharat Ratna in the year 1997 for his excellent contribution in the field of scientific research and modernization of defense technology in India. There was no end of assignments to Dr. Kalam after his retirement. In 1999 to 2001, he became the first person to hold the coveted post of Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India. During this tenure, he worked on the need of making life-saving medical treatment affordable to the poorest of the poor. His stint as PSA culminated with numerous achievements. Just after a short break, another office of huge onus was waiting for him. In the year of 2002, a real visionary and a man of high character, Dr. Kalam, took the reins of the country as the President of India. By assuming his duties, he became the Supreme Commander of Army, Navy, and Air Force. It's all due to his sheer efforts and contributions. He earned the title of People's President. Once, answering the questions of students, he gave the mantra of success.
Sir, I would like to hear from you a few tips for the upcoming generation to succeed in life.
Well, succeeding life, I have already told you.
Yes, sir.
You have to do 4 things, okay? Number 1, repeat with me. Number 1, you repeat.
Number 1,
Great aim.
great aim.
I will have great aim.
I will have great aim.
I will
I will
continuously acquire knowledge. Continuously acquire knowledge.
continuously acquire knowledge.
Oh, I will do hard work.
I will do hard work.
I will persevere
I will persevere
and succeed.
and succeed.
Okay, that's the mantra.
Thank you, sir.
President Kalam always stressed on the need of honest effort. He emphasized on the need of clear vision for the holistic development of the nation. It will only make India as a world power and best place to live in the world.
As we say in India, where there is righteousness in the heart, there is beauty in the character. When there is beauty in the character, there is harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, there is an order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world.
Dr. Kalam, a human being from the heart and soul. As the President of India, he visited to the riots-hit areas of Gujarat and tried to give a healing touch to the victims. Not only this, he also met with the ruined families of Bhopal gas tragedy. As a president, he broke the myth that the top office is powerless and the incumbent is just a rubber stamp. During his tenure, he refused to approve Office of Profit Bill. In this bill, Union government tried to exempt some of the parliamentarians who were the incumbent of executive positions. Dr. Kalam was against the pick and choose policy of the government and suggested to make the exemption list in the bill more purposeful. President Kalam was against death sentence. He reverts back about 50 cases for the reconsideration. In a lecture delivered at Hyderabad National Police Academy in 2005, he asked why only the people of poor background were on the death row. The only mercy plea that Dr. Kalam rejected was from Dhananjay Chatterjee, a lift operator. Dhananjay was convicted rape and killing young girl in Kolkata in 2004. People's President bid adieu to Rashtrapati Bhavan on 25 July 2007. But this was not the end of his pursuit. He perpetually worked to make India a world power. To achieve this goal, Dr. Kalam opted teaching.
Speak now. You are a good fellow. Yes.
Sir, I am poor English. Would study in Malayalam medium.
മലയാളത്തിൽ പറ.
At present, what are the major strengths and weakness of our India?
What are the
Major strengths
major strength? What are the major strength of India
and weakness of our India?
and weakness? Fantastic boy. What class you are studying?
7th standard.
7th standard. Okay. Now, strength of India. What the major strength of India? You guys. That is 600 million youth. Major strength of India, 600 million youth. Okay?
Okay.
So the youth, repeat with me, ignited mind, all of you, ignited mind
United mind
of the youth
of the youth.
is the most powerful resource
This is what
on the earth,
on the earth,
above the earth,
about the earth,
under the earth.
under the earth.
You said, what is the weakness of India? Weakness of India. What is the weakness of India? Weakness of India, without vision, a nation dies without vision. You must have a vision, okay? Great vision.
Thank you,
okay?
sir.
Great vision.
As a visiting professor to IIMs, IITs, and several reputed institutions, he started mentoring young generation to fulfill his mission. He also served as a chancellor of the Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology. When I am dead, do not declare a holiday. Instead, work a day extra. These were Dr. Kalam's profound words and hold true especially today. It was during his lectures at Indian Institute of Management, Shillong on 27 July 2015 that he suddenly collapsed and declared dead due to massive cardiac arrest. Dr. Kalam has been an avid writer and has been an author of many books. In his literary pursuit, 4 of Dr. Kalam's books, Wings of Fire, India 2020, A Vision for the New Millennium, My Journey, Ignited Minds, Unleashing the Power Within India, have become household names in India and among the Indian nationals abroad. These books have been translated in many Indian languages. His journey started from Rameshwaram and reached to Rashtrapati Bhavan with an aim and which continues till he took his last breath. Today, Dr. Kalam is not with us, but his teachings are leading us to achieve new milestones in the realm of science, technology, and all vital affairs of life.
Children, can you guess what is this lesson about? Yes, it is lesson 7. If you believe you can, you will. Frame any 10 questions and write question and answer in your homework book. You have to watch video carefully and frame questions, children, and copy in the homework book. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.